Here we go. And we're recording. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, boys and girls, and all genders in between. You guys are awesome. What else is awesome is the Bitcoin chart and how the Bitcoin chart has been performing. Now, on one hand, of course, it's always a story of is it going up or down, and this is what we're gonna be looking at. Long story short, so for all you people tuning in later and watching the rerun, you're equally welcome, but stay tuned because this is what we're going to be looking at. What is the chart going to do now in the short term and also maybe in the medium term? Because I think we are coming to a resolution and we're going to have to analyze to see what kind of results this could bring. So without further ado, we're going to roll the intro. And then we are going to dive into the charts. All right, let's do it. All right, coffee. I think we're gonna need it. So on the first glance, just over looking the RSI levels that we are seeing. I'm going to clean up the chart in the meanwhile. Clean everything up, get rid of it. Where are we? This, everything gone. What are you doing here? Cool. So, what are we looking at? RSI has started to print lower highs while maintaining higher highs or more or less higher highs on the price action. So we all know what this means. This looks like an exhausted chart. Looks like potentially there could be some more down ranges coming in play. Now, the areas of interest that I want to keep my eyes on would be potentially number one over here to see if we still have a chance of holding some sort of bullish divergence, making a lower low on the RSI while maintaining the higher low on the price action, which looks fairly possible. Hello, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Probably I'm pronouncing it wrong. Yeah, sure. I can look at the Kyber network and stuff later. I'm just gonna do first the Bitcoin analysis, and once we're done with those, then we can dive into some altcoins if you like. Sure, but yeah, first things first because yeah, we day trade Bitcoin. All the altcoins are fun to look at, especially now, because potentially there could be some really nice moves coming up with altcoins. But yeah, cool. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. So yeah, like I was saying, potentially there could be still a bullish divergence ahead of us. Let's see if it holds and what the levels will be. This is the 5-hour chart, and then let's go down into the lower time frames. Because on the lower time frames, we also have some key areas that we want to keep our eyes on, because potentially those could also work in favor. Ah, yeah, that coffee is good. So, what areas are we looking at for the 1-hour chart? Let's have a look. So on the 1-hour chart, we can see that over here and here, we do have bearish divergence. Let's see for all the rest, because this is a weekend chart and a lot of volatility could be coming out of this. So what do we see on the hourly? All the lows for now are just lining up. So potentially for the hourly, this could be an area of bullish divergence coming up. So we're gonna have to analyze this one as well. Cool. So yeah, we got a plan. Let's look at the 3-hour chart. Let's see if the 3-hour chart agrees with these. And this is rather interesting. Move this on the 3-hour chart. Potentially, we are already set up to make the bullish divergence, which is actually rather interesting. So just like yesterday, we could see some disagreement between the higher and the lower time frames. Now, of course, if something like this happens, the higher time frames always get some priority in my mind over the shorter time frames. So potentially this could be looking good. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Those are the areas we will be looking at, and let's just do some analysis and then we will see what we can come up with. So on the 1-hour chart, for this area over here, we are going to be looking at this is very close, getting very close. Awesome. So this area over here, this one is sitting at an RSI level of 34.7. Let's round it to the bottom. So 34.7, giving us a potential bullish divergence coming in from about 46,150. Hey, Dampfbank. Yes, for now I do have an open trade. Right now I'm sitting in a long. Still have quite some range, so I'm really safe. But of course, you know, we want to keep our positions as safe as possible. So yeah, always keep your eyes on potential levels to hold or break. Like I said yesterday for me, breaking down below the 46,000, the low, well, maybe the high 45,000s, I would already let go a big portion of my long, and then potentially see where other supports could be coming in. So yeah, no, for now I'm still holding on to my long position. But hey, don't do what I do. Let's analyze the chart, and then you know, each and everyone's strategy is very personal. It depends whether you're already in a long or if you are looking to long or maybe looking to short. So yeah, all this I can't really tell you what you should be doing in any situation, just because I don't know what your situation is. So yeah, this area already has quite some potential to be setting a nice bullish divergence over here. So this is actually rather cool. Let's look at the low end, because this is where the area is really going to break. This is sitting at 27.1. So do this 27.1. We get 45,000 sharp. So yeah, actually, this is not so bad. I was thinking rather pessimistically. See, this is why it's important to reanalyze your charts, because sometimes what looks like one thing could actually really just be another. So 45,100. I'm going to mark this off over here like this. So basically the 1 hour chart is actually not looking so desperate. So yeah, this is actually rather impressive, if I may say. Where are we going to set the box? Something right over here. Cool. So this is for the 1 hour chart. Let's look at the 3 hour chart, because on the 3 hour chart we do have this area over here that I want to keep my eyes on. This one potentially already has the chance of making a bullish divergence, so there's no point analyzing this. Obviously, if price would be breaking down and would form a lower low compared to this one, we're going down to the next area. So all this is already in the chart. Yeah, Demph. If you like, yeah, I can talk a little bit about myself. Just let me finish the first part of the analysis, and then afterwards we have all the time to talk, and I can do a little bit of an introduction about who I am and where I come from. Well, I mean, like on a background, speaking, of course. Oh, hey, by the way, guys, if you want some free Incent tokens, I do a token giveaway. There's a code going to be popping up in 20 seconds. What you need to do is go to get.incent.com. You're going to have to sign up an account, and the code that you will see appear, you can redeem it and get some free Incent tokens. Of course, you're going to have to hurry, because the codes are only valid for 5 minutes. Okay, so this is the code WO-XHIAK. The codes, if you want to know where they come from, I'm the one paying for them. And potentially, after all my codes have been redeemed, I would be back at a break even. So, you know, it doesn't make any profit for me. It's actually just free tokens for you guys. So, you know, use the opportunity. Who knows? It might go to the moon, or it might break down to zero. It doesn't matter, because it's for free. So yeah, just pick them up, and then, you know, I hope for all of us that this is going to shine. All right, Kroyer, hey, welcome. I didn't see you in the chat yet, but cool. Very happy that you're there. All right. Now, okay, let's keep going. Let's look at the next level, so that we know a little bit where we can base ourselves on, and then we can do some chat and also overlook the other indicators while we're at it. So we got 43.8, and this is a 3 hour chart. So oh yeah, nice one. Nice one. This is what we want to see. Big, big potential overlapping areas. So from this area here, he would already start getting a bullish divergence at this level over here. This is great. This is amazing. So what are we going to do? I'm gonna change those colors because this is going to be a mess. So let's agree to this. The 1 hour chart is the yellow, the 3 hour chart is the orange, and then the 5 hour chart is going to be the red one. And then we'll see from there what happens. And then maybe we're gonna have to clean it up even more. You know, who knows? But yeah, wow, this is rather impressive. It's nice. This is nice to see something like this. Cool. So let's go over to the 5 hour chart, and then let's see what this one has in store for us. So maybe we can also compare this local low here on the 5 hour chart, and let's see if the reads kind of agree. And then I think for the 5 hour chart, the only thing left is the local low over here. Maybe to know where price could be bottoming out. But like I said yesterday, if price really tries to tank all the way down, even if it doesn't continue on an uptrend, there is going to be a strong bounce anyway. So on a strategy level, I still feel it's more safe to be longing the dump rather than trying to short it, because there is quite some potential for price to be picked up all the way going down. And where is it going to be picked up? Who knows? How high is it gonna go? We're gonna have to see. So yeah, potentially I think it's still the safer trade to be looking for a long. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got 51.2, right? So wow, this is even more impressive. So all right, so just look. The 1 hour chart is the yellow. The orange is the 3 hour chart. This would be expecting a bullish divergence at 45.9. But the 5 hour chart already shows, or is already open for a potential bullish divergence at 46,100. So this is incredible. How are we gonna do this? Because everything is overlapping. This is madness. You know what? I'm just going to change this yellow label to a red one, like that. Yeah. Hoping that it's not gonna create more of a mess than anything. But yeah, that's just the way it is, guys. This is really crazy impressive. Let's look here at the bottom of the bottoms. 33.8. We got 42,200. Just look at that guy. You know. 42,200. This is going to be a red zone. And maybe here the bottom of the RSI, this would be 25.4. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So, and this one is sitting at 38,100. Okay, now how are we going to match up this jigsaw puzzle? Because, you know, this is insane. This is crazy, crazy. And it's great. But I was not expecting such a turnout. Cool. Last thing before we look at all the rest. I want to see what the highs are on the RSI level. Well, potentially, for now, I don't think it's really that important because if we start making a bullish divergence, then eventually, yeah, the highs of the RSI level are going to come into play at some point. But after a big divergence, I don't think it's, I think it's premature to be looking at all sorts of bearish divergences as soon as we create a higher high on the price action, because we're just building off on one move. What I can do is maybe just have a look at the 1 hour chart so that we know which area we cannot reject before creating a bullish divergence, because that would be bad. Okay, so let's look at this 73.9. Okay, so we do have a level coming in from here. Wait up, otherwise I'm gonna mess up the chart. Going to 50,500, and you know what, just make this a green one because we like the colors. There we go. All right, so first things first, right now on the 1 hour chart we do see already a bullish divergence being present, no, being ready to be printed. It's not present just yet. So coming up from here, we would need to really break this green level without rejecting it, because this would create some more pressure down. So this is just for the 1 hour chart. And why is it only valid for the 1 hour chart? Because if we look at the 3 hour chart, the 3 hour chart already has the bullish divergence present. So if the 1 hour chart still has, or if price gets its momentum printed from this area, then, you know, it's safe to say that we could actually break this green level, no problem. The only thing that is really important is that we don't reject it, creating first a higher high and then going down, then going down, creating a lower low with this area. This is the one criteria right now that I would be keeping my eye on. I think if this happens, we could potentially be pushing down to some of the lower areas. This is just looking at the RSI. Okay, so apart from that, if we are looking at all the higher time frames, we do see that each and every one of these levels has the potential of making a bullish divergence. And of course, as the saying goes, the lower it goes, the harder it will react. So I would not be against a little bit of a pullback so that we could get a chance of filling our pockets potentially on some of the lower areas. I think this would be a really, really nice scenario for a nice long. The one thing, like I said, is hopefully not entering the green zone over here and getting rejected below the 50, what is it, 50,500. I think this is one of the most important things that we don't want to see happen. Apart from that, this chart is looking really immaculate. Let's have a quick look with the Fibonacci retracement tool because a lot of people use it. And if a lot of people do use it, then of course there is going to be some validity coming out of those reads. Let's see. You know what? First, this is in the way. The first one is, I'm just gonna put the tool right here on the side of the chart, otherwise it's gonna be really hard to read. Oh, what do we see? When we're looking at just this move, the bounce happening right now, we found some support on the 0.5. And this is just if we look at the retracement from this last move over here. Now we can do that same thing and pull the Fibonacci tool a lot lower. We can have a look at this area. And again, the first bounce here, the first support area happened on the 236. Usually, if we are talking about this as one move up, not thinking about this as a retracement, because we do have our bearish divergence building up from here. It's this section we're talking about. Then potentially we could still see the price drop a few levels lower, and the 786 being the strongest one is actually sitting right here on a nice volume node. Maybe let's bring in some more. There we go. A little bit more history in the chart so we can use more of the volume profile. And as you can see, closing in on the 786, this is where the huge volume is is present again, and this is sitting at 39,400. So how should we analyze this? East Coast, yeah, I think so too. Yeah, you know what? I think potentially there is more chance of price being picked up strong and being pushed up rather than just breaking down in one go. I think if we really are going to enter a bear market, I do believe that first of all, there is going to be a bounce being picked up, and then on the way up, this is where we are going to have to look again and see if we get another sort of bearish divergence, confirming that this is over, and then we really have some momentum to break those larger areas. But yeah, we cannot get ahead of ourselves. This is just the chart as we are seeing it right now. So we can only anticipate the next move and think about what kind of reactions to expect. So we can set up a strategy for that move if and when it comes. And then, of course, you know, we have to be preparing ourselves ahead of time again. When the reaction comes, looking again at the next level and trying to do the same thing as we've been doing right now. So it's literally going level by level. We're day trading here on this channel. it's not about speculating and being lazy. I don't really believe in this because just hodling for the big move has always worked against me. Finding the easy way out has always been my Achilles heel. So for me, that doesn't work. What what does work is yeah, when you see price really dipping down after a bear market and finding some real bottoms, buying up and DCAing on that level, this is sound. It's a good idea. But in this market here, I would not be buying Bitcoin to hodl. The things that I have, I trade and I make money off of them, but this is not where I would be in the market to be buying new Bitcoin. All right. So just to have this set apart, there's different kinds of strategies, but DCA and hodling right now, think you're a little bit late for this kind of game. But there's plenty of volatility. And if you want to make money, this is where the money is going to be. In the volatility plays, you can easily outperform Bitcoin, even if it goes, let's say it goes to 100,000, we do a 2x. If you play the volatility right, you can make much more than 2x on your portfolio. So this is why I think right now the day trading game is going to be much more effective than just buying and hodling. Buying and hodling, like I said, you should have done this last year in March. Last year in March, this is where you wanted to buy and hodl. This is also where I bought another big chunk of change. Just because, yeah, it was clear as day back then that this was a nice opportunity. This was an opportunity like never seen before. Where was this? Right here. If you couldn't see that this was the nice opportunity, then yeah, kind of missed it. But looking at the lows on the RSI, breaking all these levels, comparing to this one, this was actually your opportunity to buy and hodl. So now, okay, things are in the past. This is where we are, and this is what we are looking at. So we cannot change things that did happen. We're just gonna have to work with the cards that we have. So on the 1 hour chart, what else do I see? There is the stochastics, the matter of the stochastics that do look as if they are trying to curl up. Okay, we're right now in the bearish control zone. Okay, so in the bearish control zone, you have to remember that the stochastics could still be hovering all down, and this is like your speedometer. As long as we are below the 50 line, basically we're moving downwards. As soon as we are moving above the 50 line, we're trying to trend slowly more upwards again. So the stochastics, a big misconception is that a lot of people think that you should just buy the bottom and sell the top. It could work on some occasions, but just looking at this is not enough. You need to compare this to the price action and get a little bit more of a clear picture. It's like driving your car, looking at your speedometer. You are going to hit things if you don't look at the road. Okay, so very big misconception that I see happen a lot, especially on tutorials on YouTube. I see a lot of people just making those crazy tutorials about how to easy trade, but there is no easy trade, right? So remember that the stochastics, they could signal right here we are bottoming out and we are going to start to change gears and move up. But as long as this is not confirmed, it's not confirmed. for a sake of not repeating myself too much. Okay, but what we can do on the stochastics is actually play a little bit with potential trend lines and support lines, because especially lines that have been holding for quite some time could show where eventually the momentum is going to change. Okay, so it's a line in the sand. It's where you want to pay attention and keep your eyes on the fact, is the chart looking healthy? Does it seem to agree with what I see in the indicators? Okay, always go a little bit back and forth, because yeah, it's just like driving a car, guys. You need to know what speed you're driving, but you also need to keep your eyes on the road. Okay, so I think this is a potential support line that I would put a little more faith in. Is it going to hold? We are going to see. But as you guys know, moving back up, we are going to have to break this green box. I would not be against seeing the price turn down a little bit more before it gets really picked up and blow us away. Give us more Bitcoin money. Now the 3-hour chart, same thing. 3-hour chart is doing the same thing, and the stochastics are doing the same thing. We do have this support line that has been retested over and over again, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times already. Are we going to go for a 6th? Potentially possible. But what does this mean? If the stochastics really want to go for a retest, I have to see on the 1-hour chart, we are still gonna have to need to stay a little bit below in the bottom area. So this would also agree a little bit with what I'm hoping for, actually to see price dip down a little bit more before it gets picked up and before we start building up momentum again. All right, Courier and all you other guys, if you want to have some more instant tokens, it's your time to shine. So here's the code, WO-K9EVV. Have fun with it. All right, so I think this is kind of the preliminary analysis. The only one on a stochastic wise that I find a little bit troublesome is the 5-hour chart. Because the 5-hour chart is slowly but surely getting cornered. And eventually, this could mean that at least some pullback or some correction is going to come our way. So again, I would not be against seeing the price dip down. Maybe get ready to let go a little bit of your long position so that you can scale in and add up massively if it really breaks down, but don't be premature. Keep your eyes on the levels, and if the levels are starting to break, like if we go below the 44,000, 44,500, something like this, this is where I would decide to, like I said, let go a little bit of my long, because we are going to make a lower low over here, and this means that we're going to go down to the next level. All right, so there we go. This is on a Bitcoin chart thing. My 5 cents analysis. Of course, you guys, if you have other ways of analyzing, if there are other tools that you like to use, feel free to share them in the comment section. I am not the most the best the best trader and analyst out there. This is an education channel, and I'm very happy to learn on my way together with you. I will share my information. I will share things the way I find that they work for me. And, I'm always open for suggestion. So, yeah, Dampfbank. Yeah, it really sounds German. So who am I? Where am I from? So potentially, you know, I've been in cryptocurrencies from the early beginning. Um, but yeah, I stumbled my way in. I had no economic background or anything. My education was just purely mathematical. I studied math at a university. Ended up with a master's degree. But yeah, that was not really the thing that I enjoyed doing. Ultimately, you know, seeing all these graphs and things, I felt really quickly at home. Um, but it took its time before I really found my way. So what do I mean? How did I get into Bitcoin? The first time I saw Bitcoin was in I think 2010 something, 2011 was really the early days. I was not really having my head in the right space, but tried my hand at some mining, and back then, you know, it was not as straightforward as it is now. Now it's super easy. You just get some mining OS and you put some video cards in that computer and you just roll. Back then you needed to create your own wallet on the blockchain, so you had to set up a node first before you could create your wallet. Then once you had all that set up, you had to keep your node running and use this node to start mining to your wallet. It was like, it was crazy. And yeah, I'm sad to say that I failed at that point setting up a good mining system. You know, it was a little bit out of my league, but I always had this hey, what is Bitcoin in the back of my mind. Back in 2014, with the early inception of Ethereum, I got my hand back into cryptocurrency mining. I was trying to mine some altcoins, but yeah, back then already the ASICs were taking over. Litecoin and all those other, you know, those were the altcoins back then. Were really not profitable, being mined with GPUs. But what was profitable was that new coin called Ethereum. And actually setting up a miner was rather easy. So I jumped on that boat and been mining for, I don't know, more or less a year and a half, you know, with two, three, four, then six GPUs, keeping an average of a few Ethereum per day. Like, imagine how crazy was that. Of course, you know, being the noob that I was, I made all these stupid mistakes that each and every newcomer in this space is going to make. And also remember, there was not such good information. There was a lot of hype and shill on the YouTube and stuff, but really people mentoring, tutoring, making tutorials about how to trade, how to analyze charts were not as easy to find. It was really hard to find the right channels to get your information out of. Also, yeah, do a lot of reading and all that other research that comes with it. So, all that being said, long story short, I made all the worst decisions and just ended up chasing my tail, FOMOing in, FOMOing out, and realizing that, you know, if you want to day trade, you really need to know exactly how to read a chart. Take control of your emotions before actually jumping in. And ultimately, I found this one channel. It was a small channel, a little bit like my channel right now, doing live streams. And we were always like, I don't know, like 5, 6, sometimes 10, 12 people in the live stream. And this was really awesome. We could ask our questions. I could ask everything like, okay, I see this and this in the chart, but I don't understand that. Talk about strategies, talk about all sorts of very potentially interesting things that could actually help you really make a difference. So once I did all that, this is where I started to turn around the tide of instead of making the stupid decisions and jumping in at the wrong time, actually really starting to get a little bit of an idea, making plans, thinking about strategies and these things. So yeah, this is where we are right now. I'm sharing the information that I got because I feel I got it for free out of this amazing community that we have, and I feel obligated to pass this torch on to the next one, hoping that like this we could get more and more educated people in this space, because it's not about outsmarting the little guys. What we need to do is actually band up, and make the little guys more educated, so that the big guys can't outsmart us anymore. And this is what I'm going for. This is what I find the most interesting about sharing information, because we all have access to these things. There are no breakers that will halt trading like we've seen on traditional markets and stuff. Out here, if we really manage to outsmart the big moves, you can make the money and take it home. Okay, just look back. Look at what happened to GameStop. Same thing, People, they managed to outsmart the big pockets, and what happened? They just pulled the breakers and they rigged the game. They said like, no, 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 no. But this is not fair because we're not supposed to lose. And what's the point in that? Who in their right mind still has faith in the traditional system? Come on, they've proven over and over and over in the last year, especially in the last year. If you can't see it in that period, how crooked they are and how crooked the system is, then I don't know. Then you just need to take I don't know, some sedative and try to hibernate through this winter, because this game is obviously not for you. So yeah, I hope I'm speaking to the people who have their eyes open. So yeah, this is kind of sort of who I am and why I am doing the things that I do. Um, of course, like I said, I'm not the most perfect trader. I'm not some Rothschild investor and stuff. I'm not a whale. All I am is a simple guy like you guys, trying to make its way and take our shot at the bigger picture. I don't know how else to say it. So yeah, Dampfbank, I hope this kind of explain, or this answers your question. So this is more or less who I am and why I do the things that I do. I don't do it for fame. I don't do it for the YouTube video, the YouTube views and stuff. I just enjoy YouTube because for now it's been the most supportive platform. I was really, really impressed about how quickly my channel got some traction. I had to activate the monetization, not for the money, but just because I think that it helps the algorithm push my channel more into the suggested channels. So, don't feel sorry for me if you're using ad blockers and stuff. Really, by all means, it's not an issue at all. Um, But what you can do is maybe reshare my channel so that we can make it grow and that we have some more exposure and that we can become more of a presence in this cryptocurrency space. There's too many, I think, trying to act like the big shots, like they are the best traders, but everybody makes mistakes. And if you forget that you're just a human being, susceptible for all the other things that anybody is susceptible for, then I don't know, you're delusional in my opinion, and maybe making a mockery of your public. So yeah, I think those are kind of the big points where I'm trying to stand behind and This is my moral. This is my moral compass. All right, cool. So we got all this out of the way. This is kind of sort of who I am. Now, okay, let's go down to some altcoins. Who was it? Yeah, was asking to look at Kyber Network and MTA. I have no idea what MTA is, but yeah, let's do this. Let's have a look at Kyber Network. Kyber. Um, yeah, I was holding on to some Kyber networks. I dumped it right over here. Maybe I made a mistake. I don't know. But let's look at the 1 hour chart first. Actually, the 1 hour chart is looking constructive. This is what you want to see, especially coming out of this area. Don't know if you guys can see this, but this is a bullish divergence. Maybe it has played out already, but creating a higher high on both RSI and price action. I think just the pullback is just healthy, looking for support and potentially getting ready to move up again. So yeah, Kyber Network also, it's a good protocol. It's, you know, they stand for something innovative. So yeah, it has a lot of chance and potential to break up, to start rallying up. So yeah, Kyber Network looking good. If you're holding on to it for now, I would just say hodl and let it ride a little bit more. Yeah, maybe those altcoin 10x, 100x profits could be coming your way. I don't know. I'm just throwing a number out there. Obviously, I don't do long moon predictions. I don't believe in this. So yeah, if you hear me say this, be aware that it's a joke. It's a joke. Now, what was that other one? MTA. I have never heard of that. MTA. Let's go to crypto. Meta. Meta Bitcoin. What is this? What is how much? How old is this? Okay, this is really new. Yeah, not really looking that hot in my opinion. I think this one is heading for trouble, guys. Let's have a look. Potentially, this one is heading down to eat any of those lower levels. But just looking quickly at this looks rather exhausted. What would need to happen for this to hold is actually make a higher high and also resolve this into a higher high on the RSI level. I think this is the only thing that could save this chart from breaking down and really crumbling, because as soon as RSI comes down, price comes down, we get continuation, and then of course continuation means either touching this level, or if it doesn't hold this level here at 6,300, 6,400 satoshis, it's gonna come down to the 3,800 satoshis. So yeah, potentially I would not be holding on to you know, if I would be day trading, I would not buy this token right now. If you're holding it, and especially if you were able to buy it somewhere over here, you know, who cares? Just hold it. You know, you still got time to get out and break even. But yeah, I would not be buying this right now. Okay, so yeah, if you guys have some other altcoin questions or want to look at some other altcoins, feel free to ask away. In the meanwhile, I want to look at the Bitcoin dominance to see what this one is doing. This is rather interesting. Again, you know, I started to keep my eyes on the Bitcoin dominance together with the RSI, just to see, because, you know, hindsight trading and hindsight analysis doesn't really work for me. I just need to dip in and to feel, to go through the experience for it to really, really mean something to me. Because hindsight trading, it's so easy. You have to find the live portions, and you need the experience over time to learn from them. It's I don't think for me there's another way to do this. So what I'm doing now, I'm actually taking my time to estimate how often divergences on the Bitcoin dominance actually do play out. So right now, as it seems, oh, we got an instant code. All right, there you go, guys. If you want some more instant tokens, this is your time to shine. WO-RRO55. So not a 0, RRO55. Okay, so like I was saying, right now I'm actually keeping my eyes on the dominance and try to measure out how large the validity of potential bullish divergences and all sorts of divergences actually play out, because the divergences, they on a regular asset, they can actually really show you where price is being exhausted, where the sentiment is going to change. Now the question is, can this also apply on the dominance chart? Because there's a lot more different things at play rather than people just looking at this chart and deciding whether they want to buy Bitcoin or sell Bitcoin. Okay, so right now I would still not say that this is a sure shot, but it looks like there is a potential bullish divergence that has been building up from quite some time. So is it going to play out? Is it not going to play out? I'm not going to speak my mind on that, but for now, you know, assuming that the divergences do have some weight in this chart, it could potentially lead to Bitcoin taking the overhead again in this bull run. But for now, yeah, we are actually sitting back down at a 60% dominance. So yeah, this is why altcoins right now are doing really, really well, or have been doing really well. I do see some red altcoins in the chart. Let's look at Ethereum over Bitcoin. Let's see what Ethereum is looking like. And wow, Ethereum is not looking too good. See, we have our bearish divergence over here. And keep in mind, this is not Ethereum USD pair. This is the Ethereum BTC pair. I don't look at the Ethereum USD pair just because it's still traded too much against the Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is still in charge. Bitcoin is still leading. If the price of Bitcoin goes way through the roof, then of course it's going to drag the price of Ethereum all the way up. But what I want to see is Ethereum going to outperform Bitcoin, yes or no? This is where you can actually see this. Looking at the BTC trading pair. Okay, so for now, I would say that Ethereum is a little bit in trouble. Could potentially be pulling up. Let's have a look. Oh no. No. I think right now Ethereum is going to go down to the next level, being the 0.032 BTC. So I think Bitcoin here has a large chance to be pulling ahead once again. And Ethereum being like, I know it's not number 2 on CoinMarketCap, but it's this, in my opinion, the second or the first important altcoin of the line of altcoins. So yeah, if Ethereum looks like it's going to let go, then yeah, I would say all eyes back on Bitcoin. Cool. So yeah, good news for Bitcoin. Let's just wrap it up, and let's wrap it up. What the hell? Let's wrap it up. It's been long enough already. The dollar. What is the dollar doing? Does the dollar stand a chance? This is the Dixie. And what do we see? Dixie. No, dollar potentially making more lows and breaking down. This this bearish divergence is unresolvable. Well, I don't think in the immediate short term. Maybe if the price comes down, RSI comes down and creates a higher low over here, potentially price could be picked up and then see the dollar move back up. But for now, short term, I would say dollar down. Down, dog, down. Now E-mini futures. So yeah, like always, dollar pushes down, E-minis is going up. I don't even know why I bother looking at this anymore. But yeah, what do we see right here? Higher high on the RSI, higher high on the price action. Beautiful chart. Even after a little bit of a pullback, I think just looking for some support, and E-minis is going to see some new all-time highs. Yeah, beautiful stuff. So, okay, this is going to wrap it up for now, guys. Hope you guys got something interesting out of it. It's yeah, weekend analysis. You know, it's weekend for me too. Had a little bit of a rough night last night. But yeah, you know, who doesn't want to party when we just come out of this beautiful run? You know, you need to enjoy what you're doing, or there's no motivation into actually really doing it. Nike Ninja. Yes, well, you're actually right on time. Sure, I can have one more look at altcoins. You know what? I prefer to look at Maker, like altcoins, over BTC rather than looking at the altcoins over USD, because there's a lot more to keep your eyes on. If you know, it becomes murky and too mixed up with signals. Yeah, Dampfbank, very happy that you joined us today on the live stream. Remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell notification so that you know exactly when I come live. And I think this is our best way to grow our group of friends, our family of traders, our crypto brothers and sisters and stuff. So hit the likes, hit the subscribe button, and also the bell notification, boys and girls, if you want to be part of next updates. I know I'm a little bit of a long explanation guy, but yeah, I don't cater the spoon boys. Cool. Thank you, Ninja. Awesome. That's great to hear. Like I said, I don't cater the Spoon Boys. Awesome, Dampf Bank. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, and so happy to see you all tune in and enjoy this content. Yeah. Thank you very much as well. Wrapping up slowly. So yeah, Nike. Maker. Uh, yeah, this is Maker, right? Yeah, Maker. Um, on a Bitcoin trading pair, what do we look at? Potentially, this has been pulling back. We do have some potential bearish divergence right over here. We did see a little bit of bullish divergence building up and accumulation going on over here at the bottom. Now the question is there going to be continuation that will actually push the price further up, or is it going to be exhausted? Now, right now, it's a little bit too early to tell. It's the make or break situation right now. What we don't want to see in this chart right now is actually breaking down and RSI breaking these levels as well. I think this is a game over situation, going down back to the big one right over here. Now, as you can see, RSI is sitting really high. So for price to drop just under this, creating a slightly lower low while still maintaining the higher low trend on the RSI, it is potentially very possible. So, you know, if you are holding Maker, and you're in profit, I would just say take some profit, put it in your pocket. Hashtag take profit. It's trademarked, by the way. Okay, so remember, every time you use hashtag trade take profit, think about us. At least think about us. But yeah, I think Maker is looking good on the longer term. Let's look at the 5-hour chart. 5-hour chart, same thing. Actually the 5-hour chart is looking amazing. That's a dashing chart. It looks rather dashing, right? So why do I say this? Because we have this local low right over here. RSI completely passed under and still maintaining the higher low structure on the price action. So yeah, this is promising. There is quite some range for a potential pullback that would just be an opportunity rather than a move to despair. So yeah, Maker is looking really good as well. But yeah, as long as Bitcoin is doing good, there are going to be some really nice projects in the altcoin space that are going to shine both with Bitcoin. Doesn't matter whether Bitcoin is pulling ahead, they could outperform Bitcoin. That's not a big issue. But yeah, yeah, that was kind of where I was going with. Yeah, cool. So yeah, guys, you are very welcome. I hope this satisfies your crypto hunger for today. Remember, on Bitcoin, what we don't want to see is right now a quick move in this green box area and then shatter down. What I'm going to do is I will set one more level here in the green. So maybe if you want to, you can copy or take a screenshot of the levels as you see them, remember that all this is also indicative to your to the exchange that you're using. Okay, so sometimes it's good to switch between charts of some different exchanges to make a little bit of an average, because remember, different exchanges sometimes have a premium, sometimes there is a little bit of a price difference. But yeah, in my opinion, the best thing is just look for the exchange that has the biggest volume and just look at that one, because bigger volume means a bigger average, and it's a game of probabilities, you know. The more average you have, the larger the average number that you have to get your average out of. No, the larger the total number that you have to take your average out of, the more accurate your read is going to be. Okay, it's basically it's scientific. So just go for the bigger exchange, set your charts over there. Me, I like Bitstamp for now. Oh, and there we go, last code of the day. I'm just gonna wait until this code has passed. If you're in the market to get some free tokens, this is your opportunity. Stay tuned and tune back in with us every day. Usually I'm streaming at 12:30 UTC. On occasion, you know, it might be a little bit later or earlier. Usually if something happens, it's a little bit later. But yeah, usually when I really see that something is very time sensitive, I will make sure to be on time. If not, like this chart, you know, you can even look at it later. You can use this same information just as well, because I don't think whatever is going to happen is going to happen in 30 minutes. Okay, so really take your time, reassess, reevaluate, go slowly. Like I said, maybe we are just going to do a little something like this and then start building up momentum again. Could be, could also just be a little bit of a small correction, continuation. All these are possible, but this range of potential bullish divergences is huge. This is not something to ignore. So yeah, there we go, there we have it. I thank you all for watching, guys. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same channel, 12:30 UTC, Sunday update. It's the end of the weekend, so maybe the closing of the weekly candle is also going to give us a little bit of information where we want to see this thing go and where we want to hold it. Yeah, no mas, me too. I really like it when we can take things slow. You know, no FOMO, no need to rush into any kinds of crazy stuff. This is also why we do these analysis, guys. All right, so thank you all for watching, guys. I'm gonna log off because otherwise I'm never gonna stop talking. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a great day. Bye bye.